I take for that from Akroma, but Alpha 1GH. Message so when subscriber to Alpha 1GH. Message so subscriber. No like no share no turn on notification bell. No sabaya update BI bayon. On submit to me I can make out say comment section on your there. Message so believe you comment and maybe be a course one. Now there is a serious and dangerous statement BI. I hear you Asiedu Nketia and it's dangerous because of the happening in very dangerous. Papa and some of the two journey say there's no way say NDC for do sa any peace agreement or whatever it is behind her mudo munsa shashe name sa bana ye ne nyoma ye onye ne nyoma ye because Asiedu Nketia no any NDC for who say aban we recruit MPP youths into the security service in order to train them. Sabaya election year ebasui omonde just omudo mba begum in favor of omondo omunye ready say omesane any peaceful agreement. Omiyankoti en sama or the two dra then semfo for account e ba de akabia no ye de be so miyankoti mbra
Ramantem no emum eho ena eye kane mampanyi owura John Dramani Mahama oko eye aprobo ewo ho na ne ntu abom no ese one nananom ahemfo eni mpanyimfo je se mpanyimfo a ewo asom awodro mienu nyina mu asofo ni imamfo akwakohia na ne nsam odi tudwa akirem se Ghana nyame aye bia me papa se de se nyame anuko Ghana man ho no enya asem kuma se ose so wohwe aman ahodo a etwe ehu ahia na asumdwe je se dodo na ni bi nanso Ghana de tie bia no yadaso ewo asumdwe mu eni nti obehwe so obepede bia si ho na se eye asum awdo ni nyina Kristosom na fe eye nkremosom panyimfo agirem ne ade abompai denden amoman Ghana na sa abre kro na so no yade aside ni kabia eso ametwade ampoisa ne se oni yen adi niye akwanya se nyina mu ensema kane mampanyi ade tudwa womra oni eye mpanyimfo wa asum awdo ni mu ekohia no moma yentie nsem no ebi.
The Bible tells us that in all things we must give thanks, in happiness, in sadness, in whatever happens to us, we must give thanks to God. And so, many nations, even though God expects us to work hard to improve our circumstances, also recognize that spiritually you must intercede for God to open the gates for you. And so in the United States, in Zambia, in Congo, in so many countries that I've been to, I've been invited to national Thanksgiving prayers for their nation. And so we intend to introduce annually a national day of prayer and thanksgiving so that we will thank God for whatever He's done for us, so that He will do more for us. Because He says, count your blessings, and if you accept and recognize and appreciate what He has done for you, He will do even more for you. And so we'll have a national day of thanksgiving and prayers for both the Christian community and also the Muslim community, so that all of us together will intercede with God to continue to open the doors for Ghana, so that our country would progress and prosper and create better opportunities for our young people and make our nation great and strong.
Na we aya nsema aya kane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ade atodwa na se ade nyina mu yamfa aseda ema twedi amponyame ne yedi niye eni nti obe ne sa na se aya afibia mu yida ba ko a yede besi wo abompaye ada awurade ase eni nsem bi na motie no ya nto aso na jese yada so ewo nsema kane mampanyi ade atodwa no ya nyina ya nim se da were pa se enya asem kuma aba beda aban na fe achirachirafo achirade ewo colleges of education ewo oman Ghana mu emeso matie atua be na wotwe bebreni omutifia chese obia nkosukun kwachirade na adesuafo no dodo na so abonyanya omuhu dia omoyom ho na saa da wiretwi no ena se enam so mesa academic calendar se sitag ahwe so de chirade ni ade nyina no asai wonwa wosanka twira exams ni ade nyina no enya ade timi akoso saa ewo eye schools ahodo no emum na sansemi no ena kane mampanyi achirem se wo mampanyin bi na ɛsɛ ɔte akonnwa so na kyɛ sɛ ɔndwen Ghanafoɔ ho ɔndwen obia ho na ɛsɛ ɔno nko na abusua yi edie ho ɛna ɔdwen asɛya ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɛba ɛsiane sɛ dia akɔso no ebi nsida sɛ Ghana akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ bɛkɔ atuateɛ mu na ɛsɛ ɛbɛkɔ so akɔ bosom mmienu ne ayi nyina no na ɛsɛ yɛntimi nka asɛm no ɛma asomdwen baayɛ na ɛno na ɔkyerɛm sɛ ho bɛhia sɛ mpanyinfoɔ ahwɛ wɔn asua nsɛm so ɛna afei ɛyɛ aban nankasa no bɛtu anamɔ ahwɛ na saa daawira ɛkɔ so mente me ho ase me ahyehyɛ pa me asetena mu ne nkyɛ sɛ sikasɛm nkɔ yie ma yɛ no ɔmo aka ma asomdwen so ɛtimi ayɛ adwuma nsɛm aka ne ma mpanyin John Dramani Mahama ɛde tu dwa no ebi enie.
Government does not care about anything because if they cared, teacher trainees from the colleges of education, they've been sitting at home for how many months? If it was a government that cared, they will sit down with their teachers and resolve the issue so that our students can go back to school. But I can assure you NDC is coming. When NDC was in government, we used to pay teacher trainee allowances and we also used to feed the students. We used to pay feeding grants. They said, oh, no. We said we're going to change the trainee allowances into students' loan, but we're going to maintain the feeding grants. They said, no, they could pay the teachers' trainee allowances. You know what they did? What they used to pay as allowance, they've slashed it by half. And the half that they are paying, they've slashed it into another half, using half as the feeding grants and using half to pay to the students as allowances. I mean, this is not what they promised, but that is how they are. They will deceive you just to win your vote.
Na we so ayansama kanema mpanyi John Dramani ma ede atudwa na no na sese tietia se wo hwe eye MPP amyoko ya te se obetimi aka nsemebre na no ede adefe nipa na se obehwe so agina so ato aba no ede amom na wi a na bo say yes wato mekonso wanya me se dokuna wo de beka na se akwakọ nsemebre eno sabe pepe na se eye MPP amyoko no ede aye Ghana fo nyina na se medofo adada me eno na ekosoi na ne nsemu no sanso bisa se atena se ne ese pa aban we ya ben bia se oba benwa so no wabobbo se je se ekọ nkan yamu odu na nam sayo so Ghana sikasem aye basa atete na je se apansama wo ya ne hwie yeye na so se bibia ni ho a omatimi aye de aboa so men no ya akuyenim na obisa se Bawumia eka na nado aban ho no ma anya hwie ma Ghanafo adiem biom na obetimi aye mfie nwotwe adien enomaye ede amagana men nti omo sanso se Ghanafo nsanto aba emfa momo ensi omo so ensema kanema mpanyi ka we no nso no ebinie.
Hardship has covered the face of the land. Today, Ghanaians are poorer than they ever were before in history. Today, Ghanaians are suffering severe economic crisis. Today, that economy is in severe debt crisis. Today, the country currency is depreciated at a very fast rate. Today, inflation is up, interest rates are up, and the same person who was brought as the running mate, as an economic guru to come and fix the economy, now comes and says, vote for me to come and fix the economy. So 8 years, what were you doing? For the last 8 years, what were you doing? Now, unless we vote for you, you will now come and fix the economy. And then when they ask, he says, oh no, you know the 8 years I was only the driver's mate, I was not the driver. And so I was advising the driver, but the driver wasn't listening. I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
Na jese wedie mi hu bida eno eye kane mampanyin sema oka se jese yadu be nyina yese basika sema wo ye tatahwe ese bimbada eni nti yadu ba se behwe na Ghana sika sem toto ne nhihye no enkoye na mfie nwotwe nyina jese akra no nya mfie nwotwe no wentimi anye bi papa bia efe na wo se Ghana for ento abama na ba baba iska sem ni ye ediem biam ena se wo ye eno no aya semisa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa ebetimi ayi anom na ye daso wo aprobo no ena nsema je se kwaso na afutu akane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama Ediama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne se onjai se okasa se bia je so no na aban no anasa ne party no ewo opposition na nsema oka ne kun afa so kasa nyina no sa na wo se opposition momni kasa na mu enye nipa wo party wo abemu na wo akwanya se obetimi aye bibi amaga na wanye ena se obekasa sa nsema no so kan no ebini.
The flag bearer of the MPP, who is the vice president of the MPP, is rather now like the opposition leader. How can you be opposition in the ruling party? And so it's a very bizarre situation. He says, vote for me so that I'll come and fix the government in which I am part of the government. It doesn't make sense. You cannot run away from the record of your government. You were part of it. Today now he doesn't talk about economy. There's nowhere he will go and talk about economy. Meanwhile, he used to give lectures at the Central University College. Yes, Mohammed's government is incompetent. NDC is incompetent. You know, when we come, we're going to move from taxation to production.
Nice taxation to production no anye juma ya mutu. Ena se edahwe eninti eno aya nsama ese eye kane mampenya de tudwa se enei Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nya akwanya akogina simpie bia so a Ghana sikasam de se onkasa mbodi nkura wadwane wo ho na no kirem se de ekoso abemu nyina no kan bi eninti ontimi ndwane emfa emfi ho na eno nsam so ene yenko na yento aso embra yenkramantem haya running mate ema NDC amyoku no obenfo eye na no poku ageman ekwa aprobo ewo eye nkramantem ha ni nyina ne se oni adwedi fomba ekwa akwatwe nkomo no akirekire eye NDC amyoku ni hye omwo ema je so mamu ni nyina mba aka ho no se ase na sa adwumedie ni aprobo no Akroma kofi da akon eka obi ntienko amaso na ye ne ntwe nkomo nko bisa se omukopie mu wa ya waso no nsemben ena akoso nsem na emame de atudwa Akroma South kamo aha emo akwaba
mansi midawase na senia bi nkade nsanu tokwa no sa pepepe me ne Erika say no ya bepuem ewo eye commission a emeye okankwe no but ansa na meka eno ho atem no ma mimika no nko eye ayawa so central batom pisia so edi kan kopemu ewo malamat ata kwaso ehonum eno bi futi na opoku ageman ene egwedifuni a ewo ho ekotwetwe komo tirekire nsamo in fact, a good full and Casampo, one and trying Emma, one fan, and one Cassachim say, one a near bank now was he what they everybody at home into Enono was he what begging us at the Atuaba at the National Democratic Congress and we did allow Jinemo, one parliamentary candidate, Ayawaso Central, about war in Peshasho. Now you see Hono and I yet the young entry abono, other people or can't south. And I say, Kesi and an important. We know Erika say no, ye war and see a and can Nanamo and see a war. A year, Kesi about one piece to Hanum, and I say, or can't quit south, a honum, and now a year me que ashali. Or ye Kesi, Mancasa, a tunanum to what can pay, if you know they see that will Ghana back or send me, yet no be a about the running meat, and their mamma you could be. Aya na hi si hanso so no insista se obi obeya manyonika si se ba besra no ite na wa be no ono de wa ndo so no pekope wa je no atum se omama omra no omeye obi obetika na obeye kana mampeni adedwitiri esan se wa se ni ndi ene fe ni nyama wa ye ene eye school su bra be vice chancellor di ma ye no nyama wa ye nyina no e dia dance enti o ni popo utrem se ebrea so te ma mi anso so hu kwan se ne be ya eye yeride agentere anaso yerisi na ebi ngo oman pintu anaso man titire mu a ebetumi di emia so aka ho ebi enti eyi ni ntema ohini popo a ne dendi ni kwe ni asale a oye kaneshi hene ede atukwa sabo ya yewo ahinsi hanum ne bepum efimu ababia no anajefa no siabem kasebo no mu emu no the Munchimu, about anything from the Fay Ashafo, Pantima.
Owura Asiedu Nketia eye dwemtireni ema NDC amyokono na apanyi ade nsem bi atodwa na wachirem se se Ghana mpanyimfo se Peace Council no maka ewo bibi omobeye ade aboa afi eye abato no omoye ntem ewo asumdwemu no omoye ntem kra na atimi abesansa nyade a NDC amyokono ebetena se obi frese yemra na atese omomfo monsa embehye eye apam biase se behwe na asumdwe atimi aye adwuma o chirem se 2020 abato mu no se asumdwe nhye bie nu a NDC amyoko no amfom nsan hyase nanso ekwawie tire no na se nyoma ye basa kra se nyoma esi o 2020 abato no mu no ebi nsi da ewo Ghana eye abato abakosemu eni nti omo se so omo ntena ho esi ane se omo tena na nyema ekwakoso ensem anipa bi kane ade no se toato ahwesa na chi ekase yemfom nsan behye nkratie biase anampo ye bo asumdwe akansie se bo na bibia enya de NDC amyoko no ebepene so anampo no omudu omo ebehye bi ode sansemi atudwa wo mbra na one nsem twerefo atwetwe nkomo.
All previous declarations have not been adhered to, and those declarations have not solved any problem. If you allow violence to be brewed, you have violence, whether you sign declaration or not. And so that is why, for more than a year ago, I started talking about the need for us to remove the building blocks for violent elections. So at any stage, when something is happening, I call on those who in future will call us to sign declarations to speak up so that we stop this particular thing from happening. Otherwise, if you allow all those things to build up, and you say that, let us go and play peace football match, let us sign declaration, let us do this with the hope that we will get a peaceful election. Peaceful election will not happen because we did all this in 2020, all this and more in 2020. Council of State, Peace Council, everybody was involved, signing declarations left, right, center. The 2020 election turned out to be the most violent elections in the whole of the Fourth Republic. Signing or no signing is not the issue.
Na we ayansama owura Asiedu Nketia dwamtireni ma NDC amyoko no ade atudwa na enu achi no chirem se wo hwa de akoso a MPP amyoko no enam osofo hwe bambon nsam so manga mu se efa kuntu na se kwan so se omo se nipa se omo didi se omo ye MPP amyoko ni mba edi ewura bambo adwumakom ni nyina ne se bia ede beto aba no so a ombe niam bi ade abo mo osi ni nyina no enya de betwa yie na oto aso achirem se se omo ye eno ade wura mbrahye bedwafie se NDC amyoko no se mbrahye bedwafo donkuma no na nka omo de fede fo mo aso se mo nso momfo mo nipa bi mbra ne mfa nwurawura mu na se nkoso nanso no ni nyina no NDC amyoko ni mbrahye bedwafo no anje amfa ntomu na eno nyina ya ade se emboa na wakasa ade atia.
If we sit there and allow this government to just select party members, 10,000 of them, train them and deploy them on election day, maintain peace at polling stations. So now they have the list of 10,000 people that have been shortlisted. It is on the decks of the Interior Minister, and he's trying to find a way of making sure that these people get recruited into the security services. Our MPs challenged them. At some point, the Interior Minister himself now went to Parliament to try to, if you like, bribe our MPs. That look, bring two from your constituency and let's add them so that you allow me to do it. And they have rejected it flatly. They did this to our MPs in Parliament.
Na we ayansama owura Asiedu Nketia dwamtireni ma NDC amyoko no ade atudwa.
Nsema ekoso papa ne di tudwa nsema all kan so very sensible when it comes to peaceful agreement and stuff na omeye we nyine che be wiase na there is a violence omukunkum nipa 2022 yi hwe nipa 8 omo shoot omo down Yeah, with all this agreement, in papa na say or no any NDC for the sign people agreement be. And this be they should talk to those MPP people who are recruit to call for to deploy in election time and also show and chi abra ye eka say so mfa nipa constituency one emra meshim and they disagree but they push them. And once the election bebana na omujinem in favor of NPP. Na make I say hi Alpha OneGH message say so nya subscribe here. Message so subscribe. No like no share. No turn on notification bell no say update bia be no. No say betumi aka. Bye bye.